Okay, so the findings of my Spiritbox session of January 4th is quite lengthy, so I'm just going to include it in a second video. I started the session telling you I was going to ask some tough questions. A spirit came forward for you because he couldn't bring himself to answer the questions he knew I was going to ask, and the spirit said he would answer for him. Before I could even ask my first questions, the spirit started telling me that Kaija was assigned to you. He came to find out you had a list of who bets on the games. They locked him up at the Shihao Museum when they found out. Song Yuren taunted him, saying, "Can you really take my G, then talk?" He knew he couldn't take my G, and that that was when it began, when he was thrown in the museum. Kaija just lost it then. He got the list from, you got their list, I think, from Aurora, it says. I think that's Ji Guang. Kai was so angry he beat him twice and raped him. I don't know if it was Kai that did it himself or if he got others to do it. I asked if the body at the apartment complex was staged and a body double. The spirit said nobody hit you there at the complex, but they did go to the roof and form a circle where Shang Jia, an enforcer, pushed him, and you fell. Gao and Fan Shiki helped. So I don't know for certain if that was you, if they were talking about his double. I'm not 100% sure. I asked about him being added to the group chat. They said they criticized his honesty and told him to stop looking at the numbers. The accounting in the columns didn't add up. They said that was for the best for him. They dangled the art show they had booked for after his death over his head. I think the group chat was supposedly created to discuss the impending art show, and it's not clear when he found out when he was going to die. I asked you if he could tell me exactly what happened to his mother. The spirit said she tried to prove his innocence. They took her into custody. They put her in what sounded like tar, but could have been car. The spirits say they had a male voice yell out Menglong, like he blamed him for it. I think it is his cousin. The voice sounds younger, so it could be a cousin. The spirits say they need to lock Du Chang up for this. I think Yu's mother went to Du Chang and said she could prove Yu didn't kill himself or fall by accident, and he told them. The spirits confirmed that the watchers were Ji Guangguangs. Some person named Yu Qian chose toxin thinking he had a better chance at survival. When I asked, "Is your mother dead?" the spirits confirmed they killed her. I asked how they killed her, but the spirits just said she's on ice, because the spirit said Du Jiang should be punished for it. I think he killed her. Did they drown her in the tar, I was wondering, or did they take her in a car and other family members away in that car, and now they have her on ice in the basement of the Chihao Museum? The spirits say Fang has hundreds of dollars of diamonds, and in a fraud case. He's part of the scam compound too, I think. The spirits informed me that it said Jeffrey has a secret photo. I don't know what's on the photo, but it could prove that they killed you. The spirits say that in the end, they all jump, and I take it to mean they commit suicide. They also say that Song Yuren, its life ends this week. Some higher ups' life ends as well. Lee and the office punk Shin Shi will burn, it says. So they're not, they're in danger as well from the higher ups. I asked when they killed Yu's mother, and they said a mother calls her son and at his place. So I take it that it means they killed her at his apartment. They say to ask his best friend about it, which I take to mean Fan Shiki. The spirits say Yu's mother died because of Fan's pact with the Legion. Maybe that's what they consider themselves. That someone set up the plan and now he's stuck on the take. They said she had some evidence to prove it's possibly to do with her phone calls to him. Maybe she recorded them. I asked if they killed his cousin, and the spirit said yes, both. I'm thinking there must have been 2 cousins at least. I think one of his relatives is still alive, and his life depends on whose boots he dog licks. It mentions a general. The relative's mission is to have the pouch of a horny general at a fort. I asked if they killed everyone that could appeal, and the spirit said that they killed everyone that would. The spirit said it will be hell for them. Everyone from the big boss will pay. Yu says, my lie is a circle, and that a round table will find peace. I think pieces of evidence by August. I asked what year they started torturing him. He said 24. He said I was kept inside, which I take to mean imprisoned at Chihao since 2024. Yu says, one day you're full of dreams, but you break one day. It doesn't take that long when you are spat on and dodge work endings, and they hurt you endlessly. Well, I asked if Du Chang signed his contract in 2020. You said no, I signed. He said, I had to. They killed my dog Ham. They poisoned him with a treat. Du said there's still more. He threatened Fuli with the same fate. Du demanded that he rent him a place in the city for him and his girlfriend. The spirit said us, so I am assuming they mean his girlfriend here. I asked how many times did they move you before they killed you, and did they use a body double? You answered, they switched us and murdered us both. He said, they switched us at Lee's house 3 times. He thought he could get away with it because, he's talking about Lee here, because the spirit says, okay, hold on. He thought he could get away with it because, where's the rest of that? Okay, I asked when will you see criminal justice, and you tells me that it's this year. They'll push someone out. The one at the top will throw Jean Magie under the bus. They'll arrest him. He'll go to a detention center. They don't say anything about a trial, so I think they will kill him there and say to the public, look, we got your culprit, now shut up and start going back to the movies. No timeline was given other than this year. I asked if any of the perpetrators are dead already, and the spirit said yes. They say what I think is Gavin, but I'm not sure. They say he's dead because he brought a knife to a meeting with the executive of the scary room, which I take to mean the games. He made him so mad that the executive killed him. For some reason, this encourages my G. They also said that Kelly Fu Shija is dead. The head honchos made an example of her, probably early on. The spirit mentioned as well that they can't stay on budget these days, probably the boycott, and it's frightening the aliens. Their words, not mine. It's not the first time they've said something like this. You've said that before, that they've said there's several times that they aren't human. I said, I'm sorry your mother is gone. You said she isn't. She'll come back. He encouraged us then to form our own legion and find the strength to fight. He said he needs this. The spirits and you have mentioned several things we can do to make a difference. They said the boycott is working and it's frightening them. Another thing they suggested is a countrywide stand down, walk off the job for all the leaks. Their words, not mine. If they can't harvest you, then they will truly panic. So this is all the findings I've had for this video, and I think it's quite a lot. I'm loving the fact that I'm hearing that some people will start to pay, not only judicially, but with their lives. And I am so sad to hear about his mother. I mean, I cried after doing this session, which I normally don't do. But she's with him now, and we can hold on to that as solace. And Fooley's with him now, and I was so saddened to hear about him. But it makes sense. It does make sense, because whenever he talks, he only talks about his dog, not his dogs. So I think he let go of Ham years ago. Okay, all right. Well, I'll try to do Chin Chi next, and let me know who you want me to do after that. Bye.